Hey guys, so we're gonna take a quick look back on 2022. Okay, we're gonna take a quick look back generally and in love, so that we can kind of just reflect and get ready for the following year. Okay, it will be for sun, moon, and rising. Timestamps are here. Cross watchers are always welcome. Please like, comment, subscribe, share my channel. Not only does it help me, but it does help my channel, and helps my business. Thank you so much for your continuous support. And happy holidays. And yeah, let's get to it. Let's review. Hey Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Let's get to it. General year in review for my Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Let's review this year. Ooh, so we have Sekhmet, number 36. Okay. We have fierceness, destruction, and rebuilding. Listen, Scorpios, you guys are coming up on top. There's a lot of restructuring into your life that happened this year. A lot of new things that came about. A lot of planning. There's a sense of Scorpio. You don't want to have another year like this, and whatever it takes, you're gonna go ahead and do it. Even they're even bringing me towards her neck tattoo, which is a lioness. Yeah, fierce, fierce, fierce. I also feel like there was a lot of spiritual connection this year, especially with snakes. So it could be any deity that is related to snakes, is probably close around you, protecting you, guarding you, clearing your path. Even though there is destruction here. So I do feel like, yeah, it was a freaking hard year. As much as there was many blessings, there also was many, trials and stuff like that. And it's just, you're realizing that this is all to destruct whatever it is that life was and what you want to bring in, what you want life to be. Okay. All right. But yeah, this year it just seems like, I feel like we need to tip our hats towards you, Scorpio. You had a tough year and you're still here. That's what I'm hearing. Even though there was, like I said, seems like there was many blessings, but with that came a lot of work. And look at that, talking about work, we do have the 3 of Pentacles here, putting your obligations and putting work towards what you want to manifest and what you want to achieve in life. You have your eye on the prize here, and you're like, listen, whatever it takes. And sometimes what it takes is complete destruction to start at 0. Or even below 0 is what I'm feeling. I feel like there has to be a complete destruction in order to make sure the foundation is good, everything is good. And during that time, you're doing it gracefully, just completely gracefully. Scorpio, it's like I said, it's like you don't see it, and you probably think like I didn't do as gracefully as you're saying it, but you did it fiercely. And other people would have crumbled, and you didn't. You really didn't, Scorpio. Okay, let's see what we have here. But that's because of all the beautiful things that, like, I keep wanting to say that beautiful things happen to you. So it could have been like a new job, or it could have been a new relationship, or whatever it is. Look, Sparkle está jodiendo. Give me a second. Okay, what is it? You want to go down? Go down. Okay. It says, let things come and go, stay calm, don't let anything disturb your peace, and carry on. I really do feel this way. I feel like, there was a lot of storms, and you still tried your hardest to remain calm. Yeah, you had days, Scorpio, but I feel like because of your support system, or even who you are supporting, who you're responsible of. You could be a parent, especially with the lioness energy there. It's like you'll do whatever it is that you have to do for your kids. And if you have to put on a brave face, you will. But I feel like, you putting on a brave face, yes, but I feel like you had support. And if you didn't have that, then you probably would have been lost. You know what I mean? Lost in the sauce. But, it does seem like this is like, not a great year, and it is. It's not a great, but there are, they keep saying, there are blessings, and you're happy for them, and you're grateful for them. That's not ever the problem. The problem is that what outweighs it is destruction. And we have the six of disc. Okay, so this year you're putting where you want to gain. If you want to gain success in love, you put forth for that. Even though maybe the rest of your life was in destruction, there was a huge blessing, and you were giving to that, and that's why you were progressing in that area, versus in the other areas were complete destruction. And that's what it kind of led to you feeling like, man, this year, even though there was this really good thing, man, all these crazy things and these bad things that kind of transpired, these obstacles, they really weighed on you. But you did a good job trying to rebuild. And yeah, I think you should give yourself a little bit more credit for that. Not a lot of people could actually go ahead and do those type of situations, and then be okay afterwards. All right, let's talk about your love, because I do feel like maybe love was it. Maybe love was really good for you this year, in a sense. We have harmony, you see. I really do feel like, I feel like maybe your partner this year was a really big asset for you. They were your comfort zone. They're the ones who made you stress relief. If it's not a partner, it seems like maybe friends really were there for you. Either way, I do feel like there's a big support system, and there was harmony in that, and that's what made it all worthwhile. Maybe the harmony between you and your kids. Scorpio, sometimes those kind of relationships could be turbulent, and I feel like this year there was harmony there. So you was like, listen, as much as everything crazy was happening, this part of my life was harmonious. And you like this. It's like at the end of the day, you could check that off, which is really good. I feel like you are not trying to horn in on what was bad, and really horning in on what was good, and that's great. It's like you're leaning towards this more than you are leaning towards the destruction. It's kind of like you're leaving it up to those spirit guides, or those deities in representing snakes, to go ahead and clear the path for you. Scorpio, we have the Hierophant energy, Taurus energy. Okay, I do feel like you were really going ahead and committing yourself to this situation, to this love. I also feel like there's a sense of higher level of commitment with this. This is going somewhere. There's longevity in this relationship. There's a sense of equal minds, or actually having some, like, you guys balance each other. Either way, both of you guys feel that this is a sacred love. You guys know that you guys can lean against, lean on each other. The leaning on each other is what they're giving, like, like the old hip hop poses where you had your back against, it was like your back against the other back, and you guys were like, doing one of these, that's what I'm kind of getting. Like, you guys were a team, and if it wasn't because of this teamwork, you probably just don't see yourself being so grateful of life. I don't know. This is a really big gift for you when it comes to these situations. All your situations. Never give up. Never give up on something you really want. When it came to this love, I feel like you guys were always just filled with so much emotion for this person, that it shows here that finally this year, it seems like you were able to give that love to them. Or even if it isn't someone that you knew from your past, it seems like you just been always wanting to go ahead and give all your emotions to someone, and it was just never able to be given to someone, and now it is, and it's genuine, and you love it. Some of you guys, I feel like maybe there was a sense of you having really bad luck in love. So maybe you had a big separation between you and your past partner, or maybe there was a divorce, or maybe there was things like that. And now you're realizing, you're like, wow, I don't know if I was in love back then, or I didn't even know if that was something I really wanted back then. Maybe it was por conveniencia, maybe that was for convenience. But now you're realizing what true love is, and now I can understand why, even though there was destruction, you were okay, because you did have a support system that you wanted for a long time. And now you finally have it. And it's abundant. I mean, it's totally abundant. This is abundance completely. All right, let's see what else we have for the year review in love. Yeah, so you win some, you lose some. You lost some in the general, but you won a love that seems like people would love. People would love to have. You know what I mean? And we have the Ace of Swords. I feel like with the Ace of Swords coming here in the love department, it definitely shows that, ending this year, you're realizing that, yes, this is my person. There's no one else but this person that I can be with. There's no one else that I would like to spend my life with. There also is a huge decision here. So maybe there was a decision that was made. Let's move in together. Let's make this official. Let's blend our families. Those type of major decisions. I feel like a decision was made. Maybe, you spent holidays over there. They spent holidays over here. You got to meet the family. You got to enjoy life, or whatever it was. You got to introduce them to your family this year. Whatever it was, you were able to share your love with the other loves in your life, is what they're giving, Scorpio. And that's something that you realize, that if you have that, you can have clarity to kind of defeat anything. Your superpower is your love. And when it is added or multiplied by someone else's love, you could be sure that you would be unstoppable. Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed your year in review, and that is for you. Hey, Pisces. Alrighty, let's talk about it general for Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. For the year in review, let's see how 2022 treated you. For my Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. Okay, so we have Archangel Jophiel, joy, radiance, and inspiration. So Pisces, I feel like this year you were glammed. I feel like you were very fabulous. I also just feel like you tried to love yourself as much as you could this year. There's a lot of importance to your self, like your mental health, boundaries, what you input into your body. You may have Sagittarius placements, or you're dealing with a Sagittarius or whatever, because Sagittarius also had the kind of the same kind of message, in a sense. Just kind of, you took this year to try to better yourself as much as you can, and I feel like a lot of eyes were on you this year, some for bad and some for good. There's an equal amount. There was people that were actually on your team, and there were some people that were actually against you. And let me just bring Sparkle down. She's I don't know what she's doing. But I do feel like, yes, there's a lot of eyes on you. And that's what I was saying. Yes, there's good eyes and there's bad eyes, right? So I feel like there are certain people that are around you that, they weren't rooting for you. They're rooting for your downfall versus your rising, okay, your glamour, okay. And then there's certain people that actually had your best intentions. Now, Pisces, with this coming up, I feel like they're really horning in on the lot of eyes on you, but I think they're also going and saying, like, maybe you didn't know who really had your good intentions and who didn't. I feel like there's a sense, Pisces, that you don't know how to gauge who's good for you and who's not good for you. There's a sense of maybe being naive. Like, oh no, it's fine, I don't think they're gonna do that to me. And then later on you find out that they did. You know what I mean? There's that. So I feel like there's a sense of maybe trying to ignore possible warnings or problems. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see what else we have here for you guys, Pisces. It's like faking a smile. I mean, it's not faking a smile. It's just like you just don't know. So you're just smiling and everybody's facing you. You get a smile back, and it's like, oh yeah, they have to be good intentions, and they're not. You can't gauge that. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this year, you either started a new project or you wanted to invest in something else. A lot of you guys are investing in yourselves. But there's a sense of also investing in some other kind of project, whether it's a relationship or a job or a side hustle or, extracurricular activities. I don't even know. But there's a sense of investing in some extra stuff. And I feel like in investing in these extra stuff, I think that's what kind of made you. So Pisces, it feels like, you know what it gives me? Like you were so busy on the go, that you didn't have much time this year to actually realize the people around you and who you were surrounding yourself with. Because there is a sense of you surrounding yourself by people who kind of want your downfall. And then you have this feeling of surrounding yourself with people who actually want to see you go up in life, but then there's a sense of you not gauging the energies still. So it's like, I feel like you're just on the go this year, Pisces, which is good because you're getting things done. But I think that you are not watching around. You're not looking at your surroundings. You're not looking at your environment to see if this is something, if there's any dangers. You're just on the go, which is good, which is good. It shows joy, it shows inspiration and radiance. But do not, it just gives like, it feels like, you were being naive around certain energies. You were just like, oh, they can't wish me bad. It's like, no, they can. Life is a great big canvas. Throw all the paint on it that you can. You see, you were just doing all the work that you needed to do in order to succeed. Like it wasn't anything that like you purposely didn't want to see, who wasn't there for you or anything. It's not that. It just seems, Pisces, this year you were just so busy. And you only really had time for whatever this extra thing that you were doing, whatever this new thing that you were doing and putting into yourself. But you didn't really get to see your surroundings much. I also feel like, Pisces, you didn't even get to go much places, like leisurely. Like I don't feel like you went on vacation. I feel like everything was tied into some kind of work or related. Like I just feel like you were on the go, and there was no relaxed time. And because there was no relaxed time, your perception of certain people, places, and things were off. It's like you need a nap. Pisces, is like you need a nap. You need a nap, Pisces. Pisces, you need a nap after this year, all right? Let's get you a nap. Let's get you a nap. Let's get you a nap. So we have the Queen of Discs. You see, this year you were so paying attention to the money, to what you're investing in, that you didn't really look to see your surroundings or anything like that. And I think, Pisces, there is a sense of you realizing that, yeah, you didn't get to see your surroundings. Maybe you're in the predicament that you're in because you were just on the go, ignoring feelings and stuff like that. And that's what I feel. I feel like you made yourself extra busy to avoid certain situations, and there you have it. When you avoid certain things it's gonna come full circle regardless. You're going to have to come back to it. It's like on a conveyor belt, like those little the luggage belts in the oh Lord, the airport. Okay, la maleta, it's gonna come back around. Okay, you can't ignore it. It's yours. All right. Just because it's broken and the wheels are broken and there's a panty coming out of it, you can't ignore it. It's going to keep going around and around. People are going to realize that's yours. All right? You're going to realize that when that conveyor belt comes around, you're still going to have to handle that situation. You can't avoid it by work all the time. All righty, Pisces. Well. Hopefully you'll learn that in 2023. Okay? All right, let's talk about Pisces love for 2022. Let's review that. The year review for love for Pisces. We have wrath. Oh my God. We have number 29. Holy. We have wrath. Oh my God. So, Pisces, I feel like there's a sense of you reap what you sow. Now, I am getting cross-watcher energy, so I do feel like, this could also be the cross-watcher. Hello? If you played a Pisces, you're going to reap what you sow. Okay? Ho. Either way, okay, karma's coming knocking on the door. So take it how it resonates. Leave what doesn't. Flip the roles or whatever, because I do get cross watcher energy, Pisces. So all right, we have wrath. All right, karma's coming. Pisces, I feel like you are somebody's karmic partner. They know this and they're like, man, you really did come here to provide me karma, to provide me my lesson. And if I don't learn it with you, it's not like I'm going to learn it with someone else. They're going to continue to learn it with you. Pisces, why are they going to continue to learn it with you? And you're like, yeah, I just want them to kind of let me go. It's because you're still around. You're still going to provide that lesson if you're still around. And until they learn it, you're still around, you'll be the one to still provide it. Now, if you leave and allow them to get that lesson by someone else, then guess what? You are not involved in it. So you can't say, I don't know why I'm involved in it, and you put yourself involved in it every single time. Remember, you cannot want the wrath to come, Pisces, if you are still involved. It will hit you too. Let it go. Let the wrath get them, Don't be in the house too. You're receiving that wrath, All right, let's see what we have here. Pisces. There is definitely a sense of teaching, like giving someone a taste of their own medicine. But listen, you're giving them a taste every time. And they're like, man, I don't know why they're still coming back. Well, because you keep on trying to cure them. Pisces. They said to keep it like this. Pisces, you don't know when to let it go. The Four of Swords in reverse. You don't know when to let it go. I feel like there's a sense of you feeling like you are a save-a-hoe. You are not a save-a-hoe. Pisces, I feel like this is not the first time that you're making a wrong decision in love. I feel like this is a routine. It's like every 5 years you got to make a wrong decision. Pisces. All right, this year, what's going on? What's going on this year? Pisces. What is she doing? Hey, what are you doing back there? Is that really where you want to be? Okay. Sis, whatever you say. Whatever you want. You're the owner of this house. Fall in love when you are ready and not when you're lonely. Bam, bam, boom, boom, bam, bam. I do feel this. Pisces. I feel like you're lonely and you want to get satisfied. Pisces, ask yourself, when was the last time you went X amount of time without getting laid? Celibacy is good. Maybe there needs to be some of that, because the thing is that once that thing happens, it's love. It's I need to be with this person. It's this. Every time someone has access to the vajayjay or the dick, okay, the genitalia here, okay. Can't let that happen all the time. You know what I mean? All Pisces. Time and place. Time and place. Time and place. It's not the time nor the place. Especially if you want a karma to hit and you're going to be around. It's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, right? Yeah, the Six of Cups. Yeah, this is a karmic partner. This is a past life connection. There is definitely lessons that need to be met. But here it shows here that you'll continue. What I said, you'll continue giving this person that cup. You'll continue giving that person the medicine. Like, you'll continue doing that. And then you wonder why you're not going anywhere in love. It's because you're still trying to provide lessons to a connection that you don't even want around. And for some of you guys that want this to be long lasting, there is definitely evolution on both. You need to sail the F away from each other, heal, and then come back. Until then, Pisces, you will be in the raft. You will be in the karmic cycle because you wish this upon this person. Now that you wish this upon this person, you can't say like, well, I still want to be with this person. I want to help this person evolve. Like, you gonna get the karma. You gonna get hit too. That's why they say, Pisces, careful what you say. Not just generally Pisces, just anyone. Careful what you say. Be careful what you say. Be careful what comes out of your mouth. You wish somebody karma, it's going to happen. Whether you're with them or you're not, it's going to happen. So ask yourself, Pisces. The reason why you're in the predicament that you're in is because you are still around the person that you've wished karma on. All right, Pisces. I hope you understood that. And I hope you enjoyed it. And that's hey, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's get to it. Year in review. Oh my God. Year in review for you. General, and then we'll go to love. Year in review for you for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. For 2022. I said this one. Okay, we have Archangel Raquel. All right, we have relationship healing, calm, and harmony. Yeah, so I feel like, I know this is supposed to be the general portion, but I think when it comes to general, I think there was an overwhelming sense of love happening. I feel like that was a lot of your general thinking. I feel like a lot of things, Libra, were pretty much good in your life, and I just feel like there was a lot of concentration on relationship and healing and how to just make this become something para largo, like for the distance, you know. There's a sense of like, there's like doing this it's like you guys doing an Argentine tango. Is that what it's called? Like an Argentine tango from ballroom dancing? Let me put Argentine tango. I'm gonna put it Argentine tango, like an example below. That's kind of what I'm feeling. It's kind of like you lead, I lead, this and that, like little like thing. Yeah. But I feel like most times there wasn't synchronicity. But you try to create a balance in the relationship because there was a balance everywhere else. I feel like that was the only thing that was just recurrent, was relationship issues or whatever the case may be. Everything else was pretty much checked on. You know, I even feel too like, you know, a lot of the stresses that you had to do with relationship and not anything else. Okay, let's see what this is. Let's see a little more. Okay, they said to keep both, so we will. Okay, so yeah, you see the Page of Swords and the Sun card. Everywhere else seemed like it was really good, and the only place that had to get work on was like your relationships, and not only your relationship like love, but we have relationship in like coworkers or even friendships or family and you know, your mother. Libra, I just feel like there was a lot of relationships that you guys had to handle, okay? Take care of, to create harmony with, you know. I feel like there was a lot of back and forth, but I also think that it had to do a lot with your boundaries and what you're willing and what you're not willing to accept. There's a sense of you realizing red flags from people. And you saying, okay, we either working on this or we're not working on this, but this you're seeing them, you're seeing everything, and you're just trying to create harmony in these kind of relationships in your life. Also too, Libra, it seems a little like maybe in 2021 there was a lot of mental health, horning in on mental health and self-care, self-love, trying to love yourself really good. And then 2022 came and you're like, okay, I love myself, everything else. And then you're realizing, hey, there's certain people that don't love me as much as I love me. That's another thing too, Libra. I feel like there was a realization this year, like, oh, certain people don't love me as much as I love me, or as much as I thought they loved me. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you can't expect anyone else to love you as much as you love you. But, you know, there's a sense of, okay, you're low blowing me. Okay, yesterday's price was not today's price. Also, to Libra, I feel like there was a lot of seeing red flags when it comes to certain situations or jobs that you have. And I feel like there was a sense of moving past or forward or away from these red flags when it comes to job situation. That's way too many. Okay, Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The more loving care you give yourself, the more love you have to give others. You see, I feel like there was a sense of in 2021, you were able to give yourself a lot of love, and you're realizing like, okay, this is my jar of the love that I have for myself. And this is their jar of the love that they have for me. And you're like, I can't even see anything in their jar. Like, it's like little 1 grain of salt or 1 grain of sugar. Meanwhile, your whole thing is like pretty much full of grains, and they only have like 3 grains, and you're like, okay, I understand. I'm not looking for you to have a half of jar full of grains, you know. I'm not here looking for you to love me more than I love me, but 3 grains, 3 grains. That's what you're saying. You're like, really? Is that how much you care? That's how much you appreciate me? So this even has to do with like jobs and how jobs don't appreciate you. This is also giving that to Libra. You're like, I've done so much for this company. And like, really? Okay, cool. Then I'm out. Like, there's that sense too. Either way, there's a lot of, I'm not going to allow someone to underhand my value. That was the main situation, thing in your mind, Libra, this year. You weren't going to allow anyone to devalue you. Friends, family, lover, job, whatever. Everyone could have gotten it. Okay. That's 2. They start to keep it. So we have the 4 of disc and we have the Lovers. You see, there was just a lot of emotional and putting into this love situation versus anything else. Just putting into your connections, your emotional connections in your life. It doesn't have to necessarily be amorous love or anything like that. It could literally just be love of a family, of friends, a care for a coworker, whatever it was. But there was a sense of putting more into that kind of aspect of your life and just trying to create harmony and just goodness. I think there was a sense of you wanting to create a really good reciprocity so that you can go ahead and gain some of these abundance. So I feel like you practice gratitude, daily gratitude and affirmations and all that good stuff. I do feel like you evolved in that way. Okay, let's talk about your love, apparently, because right. And we have waiting. So you see, I do feel like, yeah, you were waiting with Capricorn energy, number 20. Yeah, I feel like there was a lot of waiting here, waiting for things to get passionate, waiting for things to get hot, waiting for some change, waiting for this to get better. And I think you were still left waiting here towards, the end of 2022. But I feel like you're left waiting, but there is hope here. I feel like there is a hopeful spirit within you, Libra, when it comes to your relationships, including your amorous relationship. I feel like there is a sense of like, just kind of waiting for things to get hot again. Maybe there's a sense of you going back to the honeymoon phase. You know what I mean? Doing things that you guys used to do. Maybe there's a sense of maybe you guys getting too comfortable with each other, Libra. All right. We have the Lovers. So you have the Lovers twice. I'm telling you, there was a lot of attention towards love this year for you guys, Libra. You guys either, if you guys are married, I feel like there's a sense of really wanting to save the marriage. If you guys are in a relationship, there's a sense of really wanting to save the relationship, really trying to know each other. There's a sense of maybe even going to therapy, like couples therapy. There's a sense of like doing couple stuff, like tantric yoga and stuff. Like, I just feel like there was a lot of that. There was a lot of trying to bond in a more soulful, spiritual way with your partner. It's just taking a long time, you feel like. Yeah, there is some space that needs some there's a gap that needs to be, there needs to be a bridging of the gap when it comes to the way you guys communicate love towards each other. There is a sense of maybe having two different love languages, meaning, you consider, showing signs of love and affection by gift giving, and your person thinks it's quality time. It could be a lot of those kind of scenarios. Okay. The reason why it hurts so much to separate is because your souls are connected. Yeah, I feel like also too in this last year, I feel like maybe there was a lot of arguments or even a lot of separations or breaks, but I do feel like it hurts so much that you guys went right back together. It hurts because you guys are really truly connected, especially with the two Lovers cards coming up here and the Sun card. I really do feel like this is a past life connection, and where there has to be a lot of love and attention and growth here. I think there is a lot of growth between both of you guys. I feel like both of you guys, I feel like the souls, when they are separated or whatever, I feel like there is a certain dread. Now you have to figure out if this is what is this, an attachment or anything else. If this is someone that's really truly for you, they always say, let it go and see if it comes back. But I feel like every time you guys let go, you guys get right back to it, and it continues the cycle. There's a sense of trying to end that cycle, trying to create a harmony, and maybe there's harmony in a little bit of separation. And I think that you guys tried that this year. So there's just a lot. There's a lot. You guys are just wanting harmony in your relationships. You want to be understood. You want to have a conversation without it turning into an argument. You want to have a conversation without having, I'm right and you're wrong and all that stuff. Like, you don't want to have those kind of conversations. Okay. Let me shuffle. It's getting too much. All right, let's shuffle. Let's get a last card for you guys, Libra, for your love department for 2022. Look, Justice, your own card, okay? Yeah, I do feel like, you guys are starting to try to align to each other and see, and see how it goes, I think there is a conversation that needs to be had where there is a complete transparency. There's clarity. There's being direct. And once that happens, I feel like, yes, then there is going to be a possibility where this can work, where this could be aligned correctly, and where love could be equal or at least close, and it's not so, not so taking advantage. You know what I mean? And there's more of a balance versus, one of these things. You guys are the Libra. You guys are always looking for balance and justice somewhere, and there just doesn't seem like this is fair to you guys. But I do feel like, it's there is hope. And I say there is hope because I don't feel like there is going to be any sort of ending anytime soon. Like towards the end, it doesn't show that there was an ending, you know, towards the end of this year, and it doesn't show that there's a possible ending, you know, towards the next year. It kind of gives like still working on this, still waiting to see if the passion will ignite. That is also Capricorn energy, so maybe, you know, it giving it the chance until January. Anyways, Libra, that is for you.